side, yeah.
With Franco? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, just like this. And this isn't live, so if you screw up, don't worry, you can start again, right? Correct?
Mine might be streaming. It's not broadcasting.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Okay,
So
so
then
never
never mind then.
Yeah,
For real.
don't screw up.
So whenever, yeah, it's the web things. So whenever you're ready.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Hey, I'm Sergeant Steve Bierman with the Manteca Police Department. And we're here tonight to update the community in regards to the unfortunate event between Councilmember Breitenbucher and his stepson, Landon White. About 12:28 this morning, Councilman Breitenbucher called 911 to explain that his stepson had attacked him, had him in a headlock, and threatened to kill him, and that he had used his firearm to defend himself. Obviously, we had all available units show up. They had found the stepson with a gunshot wound to his abdomen, and that Councilmember Breitenbucher had an injury to his head. We don't know how that occurred. And so with me is Mayor Singh, Chief Sluer, Councilman Morowitz, and Battalion Chief Franco. Chief Sluer is going to go ahead and take questions in regards to any updates.
Hello, I'm Chief Stephen Schluer with the Manteca Police Department, here to answer your questions as best as I can. Obviously, this is a ever-developing investigation, and so I'll do my best to answer the questions that you have.
Are you able to speak to the relationship between your cousin and his stepson?
Sure. So he's been his stepson for about 6 to 8 months, is when the council member married his wife, and so about 6 to 8 months they've been stepson, stepdad. Would you like me to, what else?
I was just going to say, it doesn't seem like it was a very...
No, Landon has had some difficulties with different family members. I don't know to the extent of their relationship. I know that in checking our calls for service, we've never had a call for service regarding the two together.
And then, so there's still crews out there that are actively investigating. Can you kind of speak to a little bit?
Sure. We have our investigations unit from the Manteca Police Department. We also have the Chief Deputy DA of Homicide is out there, O'Hara. And just because she is out there doesn't mean it's a homicide, but we want this to be impartial. Although we are doing the investigation, she is also out there alongside our units doing what DAs do. And so she will be out there alongside our investigators. It's been a while, and so the search warrant has just been signed, probably within the last half hour, and so they're just now starting their investigation inside the house. Yes, it happened inside the house. I haven't been into the house, obviously, but it happened somewhere within inside the living quarters.
And then can you kind of speak to the self-defense aspect of this?
Right. Right now, with the preliminary reports, it may be self-defense. It may not be self-defense. And so that's why we had to write a search warrant to the house. After we gather all the facts and everything that accompanies the investigation, we'll write up our reports, and then we will send it to the district attorney's office, who will then make a decision whether it's self-defense or if they're going to move forward in charging the stepson with whatever he may have done inside, or charging the city council member. Yeah, the city council member sustained a laceration to his head. Right now, like I said, it's under investigation. We're not quite sure how that occurred, and he will be released from the hospital later. Landon was in surgery for quite some time. He's come out of surgery. He's in critical condition, and he will most likely have to go back into surgery tomorrow. So this happened at about 12:28, just right after afternoon. So 12:28 in the afternoon. No, the city council member was away from the home. He was in a different city at a League of Cities meeting. He had plans tonight to go to church, actually, and so he was going to leave that meeting early, and so he came home to find the son inside the house. Right now, we don't know where the son lives, but he does not reside in that residence. No, we don't at this time. I'm sure that will all unfold once they do their investigation at the house and speak with the city council member. Maybe he knows, but we won't be able to talk to the suspect, or not suspect. We won't be able to talk to Landon until he is recovered.
Is there anything that you want to say to the public when you're watching this all unfold and seeing, elected official, the city and council member involved in something like this with just
Sure, and so when an incident like this occurs with the city council member, obviously it's going to be high profile, and so we want to be as transparent as possible, and we want to get pretty much in front of the narrative and put out what we know. If I knew more, I would tell you more, but that the investigation is still ongoing, and so with that, I just want the public to know that we are doing an impartial investigation, right? We are doing the investigation accompanied with that chief deputy DA over homicide, who will be there alongside our investigators at that time. I have full confidence in our police department and that they will do an impartial investigation, and then write it up and send it to the DA, who will make the final decision. But I just want our public to know that we're being as transparent as possible. Everything I know I've said, and when we know more, we'll put it out on our Facebook and then put out another press release. But I do have our mayor here who wants to say a couple words.
Yeah, it's a very fluid situation at this point. All I have to say is that I have complete confidence in our chief, in our police department, and everybody to make sure it's an impartial investigation. I understand it's a fellow council member, but even with that, we want to make sure everything's done properly and fairly. It is very unfortunate. I was with Councilmember Breitenbucher this morning before he left, and so at this point, I would really hope everyone respects their privacy, and at the same time, prayers for everyone involved in this situation, unfortunately. Yeah, so I've been on the council with Councilmember Breitenbucher, and now as the mayor, he's a very easygoing individual, goes to church, no issues as far as that. Great person, great co-worker to work with on the council, so obviously, we don't know what exactly transpired in that home, but it's not probably the greatest of issues that happened, but at the same time, I do not see Mr. Breitenbucher trying to do anything unless it was called for.
All right. Thank you. Breitenbucher.
Breitenbucher.
Booker. Like Booker, not Botcher, Bacher, it's Booker.
Breitenbucher.